Welcome back to the channel. We're back once again for round 1 of the South West Kenda Enduro here at Haldon Forest. Today we're going to ride the third stage of the competition to see what the course has to offer. If you missed the action from stages 1 and 2, subscribe to the channel and take a look after watching this video. To go back to watch from stage 1, there should be a link appearing at your top of your screen about now. Both stages had some great features, so be sure to go and check them out. For the third and fourth stages of the competition, there was a short ride from the bottom of stage 2 over to the area known as Cafe Side. This is an area of forest with some locally made trails and jumps. The next 2 stages are where the course really starts to heat up. They're fast, steep, technical and have a healthy dose of drops and jumps. To do well in the second half of the course, you have to be comfortable hitting features like these and getting a teensy bit of airtime. The start of stage 3 is just by the main path near the entrance, so let's take a look at the course. This is a varied stage and has a number of different challenges. This is one of the shortest stages of the competition, but that by no means makes it a pushover. This first section is a slower technical ride through the dense woodland. There are some challenges such as roots and rock drops to contend with on this part of the course. The terrain on stage 1 starts off quite bumpy and gets smoother the further you make your way down the trail. You'll have to keep on the pedals on this very first part of the course as this top section is quite flat. However, the gradient quickly picks up as you make your way further down. At this point in the stage, the woodland starts to widen and the trail starts to smooth out. It's around here that you meet your first of many drops. At a moderate speed, you're dropping a total of around 2 feet onto a pretty stable downhill landing. With the track becoming quicker, you have a couple of crafted corners to navigate. They're great to ride, but they have a few roots sticking out just to keep you on your toes. Coming out the corners, you have a smooth run towards the next drop and another big wide landing. This part of the stage flows really nicely and offers the opportunity to pick up speed and inch ahead of the other competitors. In relation to the very first stage of the competition, this one is relatively short. And at this point you're already well over the halfway mark, so it's important to keep the pressure on and maintain your speed through the obstacles. The end of this particular section heads down a very rooty bank, finishing off with a hidden rock garden at the end. Crossing the road you enter the last part of the third stage. This contains a number of drops to contend with and then a sharp right hand corner before a steep finish. You carry momentum across the road and use it to get down the first drop. If you don't fancy dropping it, there's a tricky left-hand wall ride as an alternative option. Once down the series of drops, you head to what looks like a nice takeoff, but wait. At this point, the course takes a sharp right-hand turn, down here. However, after the event, this part of the course was closed to help preserve the other trail lines created here. As you can see, approaching this, riders need to hit the brakes pretty hard before you make it around a flat corner and down the steep bank. This is the very end of the third stage and is a great introduction to some of the more technical riding ready for the start of what is arguably the toughest fourth and final section. Some of the faster riders posted some pretty impressive times on stage 3, but across the whole event there was a massive variety of skill levels and competency. Most of the riders were just here to have a good time and experience that buzz of entering an enduro event. In the next video we have the last stage of the competition, where the features really start to heat up a notch and the riding gets even more interesting. Be sure to check that out. If you fancy entering an event like this, I'll leave a link in the description, along with the links to all my kit that I've used in this video. Thanks for watching, I'll see you at stage 4.